summary of our submission to a data challenge. The data challenge is hosted by the New England Journal of Medicine, and we're being asked to make a novel finding using existing clinical trial data. Now we ask a relatively simple question, that is, what does that mean for me? We want to use aggregate clinical data and make accurate risk-benefit predictions for individual patients by using the most similar patients within the trial. Now, a summary of the data challenge as well as our submission is below in the link, and let me show you the submission first. So here's the website where all the submissions are hosted. You can provide explanations, people can ask questions, comment, and you can vote. Let me take you through the figure that we submitted. Now, the SPRINT trial contains data of about 10,000 patients followed over multiple years, ultimately resulting in a data matrix of about 1 million points. The trial compared intensive versus standard treatment for lowering blood pressure and was able to demonstrate that more intensive lowering of blood pressure is beneficial when it comes to reducing the risk of cardiovascular events. However, some patients experienced adverse events such as side effects from the given medication. Now, to come back to our question is, can we use these high-quality, multi-center prospective outcome data to do individual predictions for a given patient? So we considered this relatively simple plot comparing the side effects versus the actual benefits in terms of reduced risk of cardiovascular events. Now, in this plot, the highest benefit and the lowest risk, which would result in a dot at the bottom left, would be the sweet spot, whereas the top right would mean high risk of adverse events and lower level of benefit from cardiovascular events. So how can we get it accomplished to portray individual patients to the most similar subset of patients on the SPRINT trial? Now, humans really cannot process big data like that, and we use tools from artificial intelligence named machine learning. Now, machine learning basically trains the computer itself to select the most appropriate patients. Here's a visualization. So all the patients are probably not as representative of some of the features of the individual patients. The first thing is to filter out those patients that are most similar to the patients selected. In other words, you provide age, gender, BMI, and the computer model reruns the SPRINT trial with the matching patients, so you get an individualized risk-benefit profile. And the visualization tool allows you to portray your individual risk in comparison to that matched SPRINT trial population. Let me show you that real quick. So on the website, again, the link is below, you find our model and a patient app with some documentation. So first, there's a patient form where you would enter these selected clinical features such as age, gender, BMI, systolic and diastolic blood pressure. You can run the model, and the visualization tool will portray the individualized risk profile, again, for the standard or the intensive treatment, and you can compare where this patient would fall in comparison to the reference population from the SPRINT trial. In addition, we considered to portray some of these clinical features of the reference population to allow a more direct comparison on how these features contribute to the individual risk-benefit profile. Now, having said that, we can use these clinical pathological features to actually explore the SPRINT trial data, and we considered using the same model as a data exploration tool for these outcome data. And what's shown here is, again, the same risk-benefit plot, but using individual characteristics to make predictions. We identified females with high cholesterol as a subpopulation with less beneficial risk profile, while males with no clinical history of cardiovascular disease and low Framingham risk index as a target population with a very optimal risk-benefit profile for a more intensive treatment. Now, with our prototype app, we demonstrate how to use shared clinical trial data, explore them, and make personalized risk-benefit predictions. Thank you very much. That's it. That's the summary. I hope you like it. Now, in the future, we presume that clinical trials can be explored using similar tools, and we hope that our prototype gives you an idea what that may look like. Thank you very much. Bye.